Hello, I'm just going to take several minutes here and do a brief video review of the Chef's Choice Professional Sharpening Station 130, also referred to as the Chef's Choice M130. I've owned this unit for about 4 months now. Retails for about $130 online. I purchased mine through Amazon. The unit is really a wonderful addition to my kitchen in terms of my ability to quickly and easily cut up meat. I process a lot of meat. It's made a world of difference in the dog food, so I'm cutting through a lot of bony chicken, turkey, cutting through the joints of those those birds. Also cutting through thicker things like pork. Cutting the meat off the bone. That normally takes a fair amount of effort with knives has become many times easier with pork, beef roast, a lot of stuff. Once I took the exact same knives that I was previously using and sharpened them, got a new edge on them with the Chef's Choice unit. So you can see in the picture, it's a fairly small, compact little unit. Has about a 3-foot cord on it. Has 3 stages. I won't go into all the details here, but basically you start with stage 1 to get the new edge put onto your knife with the Chef's Choice, and then you use either stage 2 or stage 3 or a combination of those depending on the type of knife and exactly what type of food you're looking to cut with the knife. You can find the details on exactly how it's best to use those stages in the book. Basically here to sharpen, all I do is I turn it on. I start with stage 1 by setting my knife in, guiding it through, keeping the blade flat. That means lifting the blade up. If it curves, just lifting up just a smidge at the end. And I'm going to go through each stage here a couple times. And then what you do is you just feel along the knife edge for a burr. One edge is going to just be rough, one edge is going to be very smooth. This knife is already quite sharp, so after just a couple pulls, I'm getting a pretty good burr along the edge here. So once you feel that you have a nice strong burr that's consistent all the way along the edge, then you can go over and move and do your combination of stage 2 or stage 3. I primarily use stage 2, so I'm going to just pull through stage 2 several times here. I push down pretty firmly, and I try and pull it through as straight as possible. Just be careful with your hand that you don't go ahead and slice yourself with your newly sharpened knife. So there, after I pulled it through several times, I'm going to just grab a sheet of paper here. There are a number of ways to feel or edge of a knife or test it, to see how sharp it is. But I'll just use a paper for simplicity. We can see that's pretty sharp right there. Maybe I could work with this blade just a little more, get it a little bit sharper, but that's a pretty quick, clean cut for a kitchen knife. Now there I tore a little bit. That was probably my fault. So, anyway, so that's all there is to it, to getting a knife sharp. You can basically get knives to the point where they are razor sharp with this unit just by simply doing that process or comment that I just performed, or a process similar to that, using the alternating between the last 2 steps. When your knife is dull after you've put the initial edge on it, several weeks down the road, you can simply pull out the Chef's Choice and use stage 2 or stage 3. You don't necessarily need to go back to stage 1 unless your knife has become heavily dull or there are gouges out of your blade and such. Then you can go back to stage 1, polish those out of your knife, and then step up to stage 2 and 3 again to get that razor sharp edge put back onto your blade. I have done a number of different knives, from my Chicago cutlery, as I was just showing you here, to other cheaper, more inexpensive knives, such as the more basic plastic handled knives that are just a $5, $6 knife. Those will actually get a nice sharp edge from this unit as well. It does work while sharpening those, but those lower quality metals do wear out again much more quickly, and they need more frequent sharpening. So for the price of a Chicago cutlery blade at about $20 a piece, I strongly recommend those. I've been very happy with those knives, and they hold the edge for a reasonable length of time. And once you own one of the Chef's Choice units, you can sharpen anytime you want to. You can see it takes just a couple minutes. Even if this blade had been fairly dull, I would have probably only spent 3 or 4 minutes on on that blade. So I keep a few of the same knife once I find a knife I really like. I have a few of the Chicago cutlery knives that are very similar to this one, and I just rotate between them. Then that way I don't have to get out the sharpener and sharpen more often than once a month or so, depending on what I'm cutting and such. So that's the Chef's Choice Professional Sharpening Station M130.